guys, Michael here. So my journey was one hell of a ride. So before PMF, I was getting what is known as fibromyalgia in my legs, but I didn't know what was going on. You probably can relate, like you going through life and you're like, oh my God, what's going on with me? Because my body was falling apart. So I used to be an avid jogger. I had to quit jogging. I would go to the doctor and it feels like there's electricity running down my thighs. And my legs hurt so bad you couldn't touch them. I couldn't even poke them and just set it off. And what was happening is I was ripping my calves in half. And it would happen on a dime. Like there was no warning or nothing. It'd be about a quarter mile in. And then after the fourth time of doing this, and it would take 3 months to heal. So then I would try again. I'm like, okay, here we go. I'm ready to go. And I go on my jog and boom, pow. So after the fourth time, this was in my early 30s, I quit jogging. I gave it up. I'm like, oh, I guess this is my life. And that's just, you just chalk it up and you're like, I don't know. But I was still able to go to the gym and lift weights. And then things started changing there. And I would start off with 45s on, like a squat. And then all of a sudden I watched it go into 35s. And then it was 25s, you guys. And then I'd had 10. And then I could barely lift a 45-pound bar. I mean, I couldn't even do this. And then I had to make a decision whether I was going to work out or was I going to work, because those times that I would work out, I'd be down for 2 to 3 days. And I'd be bedridden. And my insomnia would skyrocket. And I was just so stressed out, I became very sensitive to EMS, electromagnetic fields. I couldn't even live in my house. I moved twice. Actually, that's not true, 3 times. And I made a joke to my naturopath. I think I shared it with a couple of you. I'm going to live in a damn cave one day because I need to get away from all this because I was so sensitive. Long story short, and people can relate to this. I used to be ashamed of saying this, but I was super suicidal. I prayed to God almost every day that he would take me out. I wanted to get into a car accident. I was done. I was cashed out. I mean, I couldn't work out. I couldn't jog. And I was falling asleep driving, so I was no longer driving long distance because I was literally passing out. And one day, I was up on the couch, and I had tears running down my face because you just don't know what's going on. You're like, what, why? And I was going to 5 different naturopaths. I was eating healthier than I ever, and I kept getting worse, and they kept shoving more supplements down my throat, which made me worse. And so then I prayed to the good Lord above. I said, Lord, I need to give this all to you. Please give me something. I'm going to listen, because I gave my power away to everyone else. And lo and behold, and I still don't know how it happened, I met a lady named Diana McIntosh from Swiss Bionics, and literally she was my bright light in all of this. And I found her online somehow, but I still don't know how. And I talked to Diana for probably 2.5 hours that first time, and I bought a mat from her. And I'm like, this is meant to be, because it just made sense to me, because I was so sensitive to electromagnetic fields. I'm like, well, maybe this will counteract that. And so I ordered it out of desperation. And I got that mat, and the first time I laid on it, it was like sweet relief for me, because my body went into, from a sympathetic state that stressed out constantly to I finally could drop my shoulders and relax. After 1 week of being on my mat, it wasn't even 1 week, I was so excited because my body started feeling this much better. I went for a jog. That jog, I was like, okay, I'm going to make it a half mile to a mile. I'm like, this is going to be, time to, I knew if I could make it a half a mile without ripping my calf, then we had something. I jogged 5 miles that day. And I hadn't jogged for years. So I could just keep going. It was the most, I literally got home and I started bawling because I was like, oh my gosh, this is my saving grace. It really did just change my life from there. I got better and better and better. I always said if I could strap this thing to my damn back and wear it 24/7, I would, because that's how I felt.
Maybe someday we can do that, Wolf.
Oh gosh, and to just sleep with it, and just hold it. But yeah, no, it's been a game changer. So I don't know if any of you guys can relate or you where I'm at, but I'm just saying, get a mat.
Oh, yay.